In life and the bumper cars we go through and we run into each other and we have experiences, well, sooner or later, you're going to get hurt. So how do you forgive someone who hurt you? I've got 3 really important steps that's going to help you recover. Just being alive and being on this planet, you're going to bump into people, and sooner or later, because we bump into people, we're going to get hurt. It's like we're all in a big bumper car experience, and somewhere along the way, somebody's going to run into the side of you emotionally, mentally, verbally, physically, and you're going to get hurt. If you've been hurt, you are not alone, and it does not make you a bad person. But you've been hurt. And the reason why you clicked on this video is because you're looking for some insight of how do you forgive a person who's hurt you? How do you do this? A big theme that I'm sharing in my last videos here that I've been creating for you is about the understanding that emotions don't have a timeline. Emotions, once we've been hurt and that hurt is inside of us, it could have been from 2, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, and that hurt is still inside. It's as though it happened literally today or yesterday. And it's really difficult to get rid of that hurt. But if you do know some insight about how this works and how the body works, you can make some progress. Now, I've been hurt by people. I haven't had anybody beat me up physically or hurt me physically, but wow, mentally and emotionally and verbally, I've had my fair share of abuse from others. And so how did I forgive them? How did I forgive them and let go and move on? Wow, it takes some really good focus on some very specific techniques to be able to make that healing process happen. So I want to share with you just a couple of things here that I know can help you right now that will make a big difference. First is to recognize that as you have been hurt in whatever form it's happened, it is affecting your whole entire body. When we carry hurt inside of us, it can bring down the whole system. So when you feel like you feel it all over your body and you're wondering, could this really be happening this way? Yeah, it can. Because even if it's somebody verbally has hurt you and it's it's in your head and you kind of feel it on the inside, it literally will move out throughout your whole entire body. And so your whole body can experience it. So you overcoming this and moving through this and healing from this is going to literally help your whole entire body. And when I say your whole body, I'm talking every finger, every toe, every organ, every cell, and every DNA strand in your body. So what does this tell us? If we hurt somebody else, we're not just temporarily causing them discomfort. It literally gets down to a DNA level. So we can learn from what other people have done to us that it's not nice. And we need to do everything we can to be nice and to the people around us. But let's talk about how to recover from this. And the best thing I can do is share with you what I did and what I do to be able to get through this, because I'm still in this life and I still get hurt. I'm not a hardened man, made out of titanium and people can just beat me up and it doesn't affect me. I'm pretty tender. I'm not going to be shy to say I'm pretty tender. I get hurt pretty easily. I need to know these skills and these techniques, or the hurt takes me over and it can take me down. So if you're feeling it all over, that's very normal. Now, when it does move throughout your whole body, there are things you can do to literally help your whole entire body. The first step to recovery for me when I'm hurt is I need to express myself. Maybe the person isn't available for you to express yourself to them, and maybe the conditions just would never be right for you to go to that person and tell them how you feel and what you're thinking. So I use an expression technique that helps me have an outlet for the hurt that's inside me. Now notice what I just said. I have an outlet. That means the hurt that's inside can come out, and it can literally drain out of me. Just like if we had a barrel full of water and we opened up a opening in the side of the barrel, that now becomes an outlet. And all the water that's inside the barrel can now leave the barrel. So what I look for is where I can open myself up, create an outlet so I can drain out the hurt. Emotion can sometimes be classified as a watery substance. An emotion can flood into us. An emotion can be so deep, and emotion can come into us in a warm temperature and also into a cold temperature. So if you notice how people talk about emotion, they literally use language that they actually would be describing water. So when I use the concept of a barrel with an opening, with an outlet to be able to drain, this is real. So I look for an outlet to let it out. So I use an expression technique of writing. I sit down to my computer, I open up a brand new document, and I just start typing. And I have permission to say whatever I want to say, in whatever form I want to say it in. And I open up that heart and I let it out. And now imagine if you have a 50-gallon barrel and you open up an opening to allow that to come out. The first water that comes out rushing. So when I start typing, it comes rushing out. But just like a barrel, as the water goes down, the pressure and quantity of the water coming out gets less and less and less. But at the beginning, it's in a large, forceful amount of pressure. And you're going to feel the same thing. When you go to open up, to express, it's going to come out in a big, forceful way, and there's going to be a lot of thoughts and feelings come to you, and you just type as fast as you can type. And if you start thinking like, oh my gosh, this is never going to stop, just remind yourself, 50-gallon barrel drains, and the pressure goes down until it finally ends up with a couple drips at the end, and you can drain. You can let it all out. So I use this expression technique to literally drain. Because how am I going to recover when I'm still filled in with hurt? Now, if typing is not your way, the other way to go about doing this is you walk and talk. Get outside, go for a walk by yourself, and start talking. And start complaining. And I know that we are taught not to complain, but in this moment, it is time to complain and to tell everything you don't agree with of what happened. Why did they hurt you? Why did they do this? What were they thinking? And you just unload. And at first, you might not have enough speed to keep up with everything you want to say, but you just keep talking. You either write or you walk and talk. But remember, you're opening up and you're creating that opening so that you can drain. And just remember, as it goes down, it gets less and less and less. Next, after you've been doing the expression technique, it's time to nurture. And what nurture means, it means your body needs some help. Because that hurt has got into your DNA and it's gotten into your cells of your body. And it's gotten into the very tissue fibers in your muscles and your tendons and your organs. And hurt can actually get into your bloodstream. As it seeps into who you are, you need help to get it out. So what I do for my nurturing is I get massages. And this isn't that, stick your elbow in my back kind of massage. It's a very healing, nurturing massage. And if it's just freaky for somebody to massage you, get your feet massaged. Get your neck massaged. But if you could have your hands, your neck, and your feet massaged, that would help you, because that is your extremities. Here's your neck that's supporting your head, your feet, which is down at the bottom, and your hands, which are out here at the end of your arms. Massage the outer edges of who you are so that can help you detox and start working out the hurt that's inside your muscle tissues, inside your blood, inside your organs, and just start working it out in some form. Second part, when it comes to nurturing, I soak. I know it sounds weird, but I soak in a tub of water, nice warm tub of water, and I put a whole bunch of Epsom salt in there. Epsom salt pulls toxins out of your body. And as it's pulling toxins, it's pulling out the hurt. So you nurture. Get a massage in whatever form you can that's healing and helpful to work out that in your body. Second part, you can soak. You can stand in the shower and just let the hot water run across you. And just pretend like it's just literally rinsing you off of all the hurt. Third part about nurturing, I go outside. And I sit outside amongst the trees. I go sit where there's grass and trees, and I can get away from all the busyness of life. And I just go sit. And being in nature, nature already has a natural process of pulling out of you the hurt. Nature doesn't have hurt in it. Nature has love in it. When I go sit in nature, it literally draws out of me the hurt. And this is just nice, calm, peaceful experiences in nature. So after nurture, the third step is lessons learned. Now, when we have something bad happen to us, we tend to think that has made us fall behind in life. But when we really think about this in a bigger way, in a higher level way, everything that happens to us teaches us. Part of the healing process of forgiving someone who hurt you is to find, what have you learned during this experience? What have you learned through expressing? What have you learned through nurturing? What have you learned through how they treated you and how you're going to treat other people? There are lessons to be learned. And when you're still in that intense hurt spot, it doesn't seem like there's any value from this at all, because you're the one paying the price. You're the one losing from the experience. But after you do these two, you're going to change. You're going to be different. You're going to be on your road to healing and recovery. And as you're on the road to healing and recovery now, you're going to start looking at things in a different way. But to finish off the experience of forgiving this person and being able to recover from this, if you were to look for a few lessons learned to gain some value from it, you'll find that you can let go. You can let go and finally completely forgive that person, because you're realizing, okay, whatever happened, yes, it seemed like it damaged me. Yes, it seemed like it set me back. But wait a second, I'm doing okay now. And wait a second, I just learned some things. And wait a second, I actually feel like I can do better in life. Every experience we experience in this life has value. And after you're on the road to recovery and healing, take a look at number 3 and see if you can find some lessons learned. Maybe of things to never do again, or situations never to put yourself in. But whatever and however you find these lessons learned, you now will find yourself healing at that last level. And you know, even when you go through life, something else might happen and you get hurt again. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm actually getting really good at this. I'm really getting good at my recovery plan after getting hurt. And I know it seems strange, like, no, we got to make this all go away. I love people. And sometimes people do things that just hurt. But at least now you know what to do. And just so you know, you're not alone. You're not alone. But take step 1 and start taking some action, because you're worth it. And whatever they did to you, if they truly understood themselves better and understood you, they would never hurt you. Just know that healing is always available. And your body is really good at healing. It just needs a little bit of jump start and a little bit of help. And you can heal from it too. Thank you for watching, and thank you for paying attention all the way to the end. These 3 steps have just been something that's incredibly been a major, major blessing in my life, and a benefit to me to know how to help me recover from these moments when you get hurt. Please take action on it. It's really gonna support you. Now, an additional thing you may wanna look at is how to literally get inside your own thoughts and really help those heal too. Sometimes we pick up negative comments and negative thoughts about ourselves when these things happen. So if you click the link here below, I have some additional training for you that I know will help you. It's really helped me. In fact, I really created that program to help me, but now I want to share it with you. Click the link, check it out, step into it. I know it'll work. And hey, before you go, click subscribe. I've got another great training video I created just for you.